It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants under the lights on Sunday night.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. He'll begin his return from the 11. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the pistol, Hurts has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down throwing for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Hurts throwing again. And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Gets this to Slayton. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Russ off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, it's Wilson. Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Wilson. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They've got a man in motion. Here's Tracy once more. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. That was the rookie from Nebraska who got him down.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Russ now from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it. He's at midfield. The 30. Gets the 10. Eagles pull that in front further, 13-zip. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. He finds Slayton. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Zach Vaughn with the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They go right back to Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Connects with Slayton. And they make the tackle at the 38. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. New set of downs for him at the 38. Wilson now, 1st and 10. connects with Johnson. And they bring him down around the 34.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Wilson on 3rd down. Pass cut by Tracy. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. It's a 2-score game early. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Second and 3 now. On play action now, Wilson. He's on the move. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. A give to Tracy up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. A handoff to Tracy. And he's brought down after a decent gain. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. Escapes. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Giants start to fight back with their first points of this game. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts from the goal line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. That pass caught by Dotson. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Motion man left is Brown. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. He gets 6 on that play, and that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
First down, a run with Barkley. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Javon Holland there to make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Stays in the pocket. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Running back, motioning right. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10, here's Hurts. Barkley's got it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. This one's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hurts throwing again. Looking for somewhere to throw. And he's bottled up the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal. Hurts to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Oh, you hate that. They've eaten up some good yardage on this drive, Caden. Get down in the red zone, and this is where you really got to stay on schedule. Let's give some credit to this defense. They know the job they got to do. Got to knock you back and make this now red zone attempt not much more difficult.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Pressure coming, it's Hurts. And they get to him again. The Giants using their first timeout as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This from 35 yards away. The kick by Hopkins is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Hurts setting up to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Running back sent in motion. First down, here's Russ. He beams one deep right side. He's got it! Oh, what body control to stay in and get the 2 feet down. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Wilson now from the gun. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. Kick is away and really up there trying to pin them deep. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3. So as we reach halftime, we see the visiting Eagles taking a lead into the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. First and 10 now from the 30. Defense shows blitz. Wilson. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And he gets him around 6 there. Zach Bond with the tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 36. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down throw from Wilson. This finds Bellinger. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Russ is cooking again. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're set up at the 35 now. Wilson to throw again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Once more, it's Wilson. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing again, here's Wilson. He finds Slayton. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. It's Tracy on the carry. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Robinson sent in motion left. Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Gano ready to send this away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he's stopped. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 42. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
And they take him down right along the 30.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
2nd and 3 now. From the pistol, Hurts. That's incomplete left side. This one misses the tight end. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Goddard makes the catch. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hurts throwing again. He brings it in. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and just 2 to go. Now Hurts. Dumps it off to his running back. And he drives this forward to the 6. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His third through the air this game. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles push their lead to 18. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They run, here's Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Wilson now from the gun. Forced out to his... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. Russ now from the gun. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Well, the offense wanted to spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Russ. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Neighbors with a catch. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York! The Giants get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants make it an 11-point ball game. Gano ready to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from the 41. Hurts setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He throws a bullet deep to the right, brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. It's an option left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Gets him those 3 yards back, but it brings up 3rd and 10 now. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he drives this forward to the 6. He gets him 8, and that's going to set up 4th down and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Oh, they're going for it on an option play left. And that hit stops him in his tracks. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Certainly looking for that nail in the coffin, the knockout punch, a touchdown, and 3-possession lead that could put this one out of reach. Hey, it's a luxury they could afford to take in that spot. Built himself up a little buffer here, Kate, but it's never over till it's over.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. 1st down, here's Russ. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Connects with Slayton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Wilson on 1st and 10. Able to hit Robinson, complete. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Wilson to throw again. This is complete to Neighbors. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense in the hurry up here. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Connects with Johnson. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants trailing by 11. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Once more, it's Wilson. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To throw. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that.
So we have a pause here inside 2 minutes. All reviews come from the booth, and they want to take one more look. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Wilson with it on first. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Not the first time you said his name today, Kate. No surprise seeing him add a sack to this total. The same nose to the football that helped him recover a fumble earlier, well, it aided him in the pursuit of the QB, and he nearly forced a fumble of his own on that sack right there.
2nd and 10 now. On the move, headed right. The Giants using their first timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
On 1st down, it's Wilson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 16. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 16. This throw is cut. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Russ is cooking again. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in 1 game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for 2. Back to throw. Buys time, and he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Ooh, this is so tough, Brock. You understand what he was trying to do, make something happen, ended up outside the pocket, but even some added creativity can't yield 2 points here.
You get down here on these two-point conversions, the real estate just gets gobbled up in a hurry. Not only for the QB, but the receivers as well. Only so much time to try to make something work before that defender said, "Not in my house."
So with 35 seconds left, no question about it, they've got to find a way to recover this kick. And the Eagles are able to recover, and that should just about do it for us here.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from New York.